Underground World. We back with another episode. It's your boy Pofsky. I'm here with some I like to call artist to artist. This is where I get with some of my favorite people in the industry and the game that's just going crazy. Someone I've been excited to link with for a long time, man. The one and only Princess of Compton, Azjah.
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up?
Appreciate you for having me.
No, for sure. Thank you for being here with us. We just did an exclusive cover shoot with you. That's like some super legendary, you know. We've been doing, more cover shots right now, so it's kind of part of this new wave that we're figuring out with our company. How did you hear about us first? Like, I know we might have met, or was that the way? Or?
I think when we met, I remember y'all brought me the magazine a couple times. Like, we always, I don't really remember faces, but I remember y'all, your team, the other guys. So
yeah.
We always meet in person, and y'all always show me love. I know y'all came to my listening event last year for 103, so
exactly.
I think that's when we really locked in.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's when we met for the first time officially. And actually, I gotta thank you because that night we met so many people. And to be honest with you, that night helped us curate this magazine, or really just.
Oh, I didn't even see this one. This is fine.
Yeah, this is the LA one that we just dropped, and so.
You got Grit Taylor, Elijah Banks, okay.
Yeah, bunch of
Elijah.
That's where we met Elijah. Exactly. I met Calin there.
Oh, that's
Calin introduced me to Ray. Ray had brought me out to like one of the videos, so it's just.
It's like a chain reaction. Okay.
Big time.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then, funny enough, your last event that he had invited us to, that's where we met Cause. That's where I met Garren. I met Ono.
Oh so, yeah. I didn't know about like.
At the Loft place.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
That's dope.
Yeah, even the other night I met mad people. Like your events, there's something special about your events.
They come together.
Yeah, and I think that kind of goes a little further than the event. I think my perception of you has kind of been this. You're like this gem in the city. I feel like that you're gonna go so much bigger than you already are, and you have the support of like all these people. And it's just crazy. And not to discredit any length that you've already got to,
No. I get what you mean 100%. A lot of people tell me that, like, they know I'm a go. It's just like I look at myself as still like grinding. Yeah. I'm always gonna grind, but I'm still under that umbrella trying to get over that umbrella, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And so, like I was mentioning to you before the interview, the way that I kind of first found out about you was going to Kalan shows, which actually my boy Sean, who was styling you, we was always going together. Like, I put him on a Kalan way back, so we've been fans of him forever, right? So going to his shows, going to One Take Show, Ruchi, Shaik, like, you're at every show. I'm really seeing you at every show. I was like forced to just be like, okay, who is this? And just, you're just working time for it, like no other. Like even before the remix came out, like.
Oh yeah, definitely. I did. I think I opened up for almost everybody, like the Kalan, One Take J's. I opened up for them all the time. And then Kalan always brought me out like on his set, and that's how he came about with doing the remix too. On top of that, so
right.
It was just like I said, it's a chain reaction, it's a full circle thing, And I felt like around that time when Time for It dropped, everybody like LA, the younger generation had it going. We still got it going, but like we had it going. You know what I'm saying? It's like a show every month.
Exactly.
There was somebody's show going on.
Right, and Shoreline at the time was like super popping. They were showing love to all those guys, right? It was almost like this trickle down effect, right? Where they're showing love to them, they're showing love to you. It was crazy. So where did your relationship start with like Kalan, for example? Like how did you develop that to go on tour and do these shows and that kind of thing?
Well, Kalan and I, we've known each other, like besides the music, we grew up with the same people, so we always knew of each other, but I didn't even know he was doing like music like that. This is before I even put out. No, I think Time for It was out, and he had this on Fine Ass, and you know what I'm saying. I was like, Kalan, I need to get on the Fine Ass. He was like, wait, I just dropped it. So that's how we developed our relationship. We were just talking about Fine Ass, and then it was just a go from there. But we always knew each other, but we got closer over the music. You get what I'm saying? And then when he hopped on the remix, I mean, it just went. Like it was both. It was at one point. It was both of our biggest songs.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure. And then Shorty to be on that too. Like Shorty was almost that other person that was kind of like similar to you, just getting love at a lot of the shows, just being in the mix, right?
I think I was one of the first ones to have Shorty on the song from LA.
Really?
I believe so, because when we did Time for a Remix, after that is when I started hearing him like featuring like other artists around the city, and I was like, that's dope.
Yeah.
Cause I knew him off some like, I didn't even think he was gonna ever like do the remix. I already was like linking with him before that.
Right.
And like I don't know, like I don't even remember how our relationship got to how it was. It was just that's somebody I could call and we would just chop it up. Like he never acted fake or none of that. And the remix came after all.
Gotcha.
So the relationship was built first and then the remix.
Right.
With both of them.
That's dope. And he's from Baltimore, right?
Yeah, from Baltimore.
So I remember like everybody thinking that he was almost like an LA artist at one point because he was just so out there. But that's cool to hear that you really like kind of helped him do that, you know, and everybody.
Well, yeah, he helped me, and then you know it was like a chain reaction thing. I would say like we keep talking about. But when I first heard Shorty, he reminded me of Greedo, and I thought he was from LA too. But when I talked to him, you know, he got that accent. A little bit on FaceTime and I wouldn't understand nothing we was saying on the phone.
You're like, yeah.
I remember he FaceTime me like, yeah, I just finished the remix. I'm like, what?
Right.
I'm like, what? Then he sent me the song. I'm like, okay, I see what you're saying.
What was your reaction when you got that back? Like,
damn, I had just did the basement. Shout out to Erica, but I just did the basement performance. I don't know if you ever heard of the basement.
It's like live performances,
yeah,
right?
I just did like I did an interview before we did the performance, and he called me. Like I said, I didn't understand nothing he said. When he sent the song, I was like, originally I was trying to get him on the mission. I don't know if you heard of On the Mission with One Take J. Before I got One Take J, I was trying to get Shorty on the mission.
Okay.
Time for it was up for grabs.
Meant to be.
It was up for grabs. I think he hit me up about getting on the action. I don't even think I asked him to get on there. I think he wanted to get on there.
Right, because it was just going so crazy. Like that was the one to get on at that time.
When he said it, I was like, and everybody be like, why his verse so he had the same length as us. But
yeah.
I guess the way he flowed on it, I don't know, that shit came out perfect.
Yeah, and he kind of spaced it out.
Yeah, he spaced it out. It came out perfect.
I'm a freak out like Gavin, but like, he went crazy. He did
crazy.
him, you know, like he really kept it true.
In the video, we did our dances, and you know, we both like goofy, and we both if you watch the video, we just both just.
When you get the verse from Shorty, did you already have the verse from Kalan and everything, or how did that go?
I had the verse from Kalan. I believe it was me and Kalan, we were sitting on it. And then I got the verse from Shorty, and I was like, oh my God, we about to put a gold mine together real quick.
Yeah. And so did you like, how's the rollout go for that? Are you feeling like this is my biggest shit, I gotta put like everything behind it right now, or?
Honestly, if I could keep it a buck with you, like I really didn't know too much about rollouts and all that until like probably recently. So I knew about it, but I didn't know like the specifics of it. Like I didn't exactly know what a rollout was, but Time for It just did what it did organically. Like I didn't even have to have no rollout really. Like if I did, it probably would have been bigger than what it is. But literally, it's at 7.1 now. But like it just steady keep going. No rollout, no radio play, no ads, no nothing.
7.1 M's. Let's be clear.
Oh yeah, 7.1 million. Yeah.
Let's be clear. And is
like,
that just on the remix or like?
That's on the remix, and then like but the streams, like every day we look at the streams, it's literally going up 100,000 like a month.
So it's still going up.
It's still going, and it still haven't had no radio, nothing like it's.
Right.
It's one of them. I don't know. It's just one of them ones, man.
Yeah, no, it for sure is. You can hear it, you know, and I feel like it really showcased you good as an artist. Like you're going hard on the verses, you're going hard on the hood, you know. So
Thank you.
hell yeah. So what are some like? Do you have any funny stories or anything you would want to tell about those shows, those tours? Like, and I want to get to more of the recent tours and stuff you've done, like Bino, right? But how about those older ones, like pre-pandemic?
We was doing a school tour, and like I didn't know the impact that I had at the time. You get what I'm saying? So we did King Drew, and it was like an ambush. Like I didn't even perform Time for It yet. I was on Spotlight, and like we got a video too. But like the kids literally rushed to where the security had to come, and that was the first day I actually got security. Like we hired my uncle Hank to be a bodyguard that day because he was there, and it was just I didn't know the impact I had. They knocked my hat off. Like it was like they was elbowing me, like they rushed. It was tape, right? It's like tape around, and I'm in the middle. They knocked the tape down as soon as the beat came on for Spotlight. And I'm like, what? So then we had to separate them and do it again. But the most funniest thing that ever happened to me is I always have wardrobe malfunctions. Like for some reason, I am such a last minute person, bro. Like when we going out, I only pack underwear and t-shirts. Like I only pack underwear and t-shirts. So I'm at a point now I'm trying to like, you know. Well, I was doing the Bino show in San Diego, and I thought I had my whole outfit together. Right? I just bought jeans and a t-shirt. That's really me.
Right.
And I left my jeans at home, so we all the way in San Diego.
Right.
I'm like 3 hours away from the crib, so and I'm so last minute, so everybody getting ready, and I take my time, and I'm like, damn, I don't got my jeans, so I sneak away. I took somebody's rental. Everybody at the hotel room, my whole team, I sneak away. I go find a Target, but it's not a real Target. It's like literally just groceries or something. I don't know.
Right.
I went in there and grabbed some sweats. They was like jail sweats. And I grabbed like an Ice Cube t-shirt from Target. It was like, I just looked like I just got out of juvenile or something, right? So I'm like, my shoes was too big. Like, it was just a mess, right? So San Diego, I was like, look, y'all, I'm having an outfit malfunction. I gotta take these shoes off.
To the crowd?
Yeah.
Said that?
I had to be 100 because I was gonna be uncomfortable.
Not be able to move, right? Yeah.
So from the bad fit to the shoes being too big. So I was like, I took my shoes off and I performed in socks.
In socks? What? You didn't like slip around
like
or something?
a 20-minute set in socks.
Wow, and you didn't like slip or anything? It was all good?
No, it was all good, but the whole time I'm like, man, look at my outfit. But the crowd, San Diego, shout out to San Diego, they missed me heavy that day. Yeah. That was one of the craziest stories for me. And recently I did I didn't do a school tour, but I popped out at Narbonne rally for like they hometown or something, and I fell. Like I fell off the stage.
Oh shit.
But the kids caught me, but it's like in the pictures, you see them all looking like.
Right.
It's like that awkward silence after you fall. It's like that awkward silence, like.
Is she okay? What's gonna happen? Like.
I'm like, oh man. So after that, I'm just real cautious, man. I'm real cautious.
Right. Damn, that's funny as hell, man. So, all right. So you kind of touched on the Bino tour, right? So that was the most recent tour that you went on as a supporting act, essentially.
The only tour.
The only tour you've been like officially a supporting act on?
Yeah, the only tour.
Wow.
I was supposed to go on tour. I think post-pandemic, we had so many things going on before the pandemic hit, because I think the pandemic hit March, right?
Yeah.
So we had so many things going on, but I was supposed to do a tour with G Perico and I think it was just G Perico. I can't remember who else. But for some reason the tour didn't happen, so Bino tour was the only tour that I think I did only 6 shows on that one. So I still haven't even went on that tour yet, that big, you know what I'm saying, a long tour. So.
Right. What cities did you hit with Bino? San Diego, obviously.
San Diego, we hit Oakland at the complex. We hit
You did LA?
Yeah, of course. We did LA. We did the Novo.
Novo?
Yeah, Novo. Did we do it twice? I think we did it. Yeah, we did the Novo for sure once, and then Santa Clarita, Orange County. I can't really remember. I know I missed the Arizona show. Okay. I missed the flight for the Arizona show. It was bad. But yeah, just the main West Coast, those tour dates when they be like the West Coast side, we did that. And I think he did like Atlanta and all that, but I only did the 6 days.
Gotcha. Have you ever performed in like Atlanta?
Yeah, I performed in Atlanta twice, but it was like some showcase vibe, some chill stuff. I got a cool little fan base in Atlanta. I think if I start pushing towards that way, I could really have a big fan base in Atlanta. Yeah. Atlanta and New York.
Right. Would you ever work with artists from out there? Or do you have any friends out there yet or anything like that?
Atlanta, I haven't worked with no artists in Atlanta yet. I work with producers, but New York, I definitely worked with a couple of artists. New York is going to be my second home, I would say. Yeah. I worked with Dusty Locane for sure, and then me and Davies, we just been chopping it up. We actually about to work with some records.
Yeah. I'm glad you remind me about that, because I just seen that.
Oh yeah, shout out to Davies. Yeah.
He brought you out? And you opened for him or something?
Yeah, they called me because I was just talking to him like, man, you're going to do these hooks. I'm going to send him some hooks.
Sheesh.
And they called me the next day like, yeah, I want you to come out on my set. I'm like, for sure.
That's crazy.
One of the most humble guys I know, just chill.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got the chance to meet him one time at the cookie store in Woodland Hills. And yeah, it was super vibey. He's one of my favorite. Like, Nas is actually my favorite rapper. And so knowing that Nas had kind of helped find him and shit like that. And I've just been super into New York rap like that. So I got excited to see you guys together because I've always been a fan of yours. And
yeah. I'm ready for that record.
And you know that him and K just worked and shit.
I know they got a song. I haven't heard it yet, but I know they got a song. And it's crazy that you brought up Nas. I ain't even gonna say, dude. I'm about to do. I'm gonna do some shit on Nas. I'm gonna keep it a little low, but yeah, they gonna see. They're gonna see.
I'm excited for that one. That's going to hit home for me.
That was a sign for me to do it. So that's crazy that you brought up Nas.
Yeah, no, that's literally like my favorite rapper for real. Yeah. Him and Hit Boy going crazy right now.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Hit Boy. I just saw Hit Boy. Yeah, actually, I put up to one of his studio sessions when I first met him.
At his
It was right before Racks in the Middle. He was showing me that record.
Yeah.
Yes, at his studio. I don't know if that's his studio, but I know that he got his own room or something. But we was in there.
Yeah.
And then I just saw him. I was eating at Towels. And then I was looking. He was sitting right there. What's up?
That's crazy. He seems like so casual of a dude to just be doing these just huge Nas, Benny the Butcher, Big Sean albums. I mean, everything he's done.
It was a big deal.
Yeah. He's somebody, mark my words, Underground World. He'll be on this motherfucker soon.
He
All right.
have his own cover. And he rapped too. He just did a fire freestyle. I was like, I did not know Hit Boy rap.
Yeah, he could bar up. He barring up with Nas. For sure. Okay, so I appreciate you kind of diving into like some of this past stuff with me. This new project, Missed Calls.
Oh, yes.
I am not gassing you right now. I've really been banging this shit just back to back since the listening party.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a nice project just from the production to the flows to everything. Shout out to Garren, who's about to be here actually.
Yep.
Yeah, I really like that first record with you guys.
The intro, yeah, that came out of nowhere. Honestly, bro, this tape for me was just to bring back the Azjah final touch, like the nice touches. That's all me. You get what I'm saying? So it just helped me get back into the game. I know it's short. It's only 7 songs, 9 tracks, 2 skits.
Right.
But it's a reason for that. You get what I'm saying? So I appreciate that you enjoyed the tape because I'm working on that volume 2.
Hell yeah.
That volume 2 is gonna be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, for sure. I heard in one of your interviews you said like Lauryn Hill is one of your favorites and shit.
Lauryn Hill is one of my favorites, top 5 for sure. Tina Marie, Michael Jackson. I used to be a huge Eminem fan, J. Cole. Lil Wayne, but Lauryn Hill and Tina Marie. Yeah. Just give me those and I'm good.
That's fire.
For the rest of my life, just give me Tina Marie and Lauryn Hill, I'm good.
I need to get up on Tina Marie, but I'm definitely familiar with Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, Tina Marie, that always go over people's head, but Tina Marie is something about her vocals.
R&B or what?
Yeah. I mean, old school R&B, like you never heard Tina Marie?
No.
Oh, I gotta put you on. We gotta put him on.
Yeah.
Don't never admit that in public.
I know. I'm keeping a buck though.
No. After this, you definitely should listen to her. She's super dope.
Yeah.
She was married to Rick James.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, they got that song. I know you heard that song with her and Rick James.
I probably would know it if I heard it.
Yeah, we gonna get into that. But Lauryn Hill and then who else could I say? I don't know. I love J. Cole. I love Missy Elliott. I love Ludacris. Let's come on. That's a bag to get into right now. I love Ludacris, Missy Elliott, Lauryn Hill, Tina Marie.
And so another track that stood out on the project is the one with 1500 and Nothin. Just that super G-Funk vibe. What inspired that? Did you want to have something like that, or did it just come about?
Honestly, but I never thought about doing a G-Funk record. Shout out to Zeke Beats. He posted the beat on Twitter, and when I heard it, because I would do that sometimes. The producer may post their work. I'm gonna listen.
Yeah.
So I heard it, and I was like, bro, send me this. And when he sent it to me, I swear, I wrote it. I wrote the verses, and I just went to work. And I'm like, bro, this is a song. You kind of give me that feel I had when I made time for it. Yeah. The bars was there, everything, the flow was there, and I was like, this is dope. So then what we did was we sent the song to Rants. Shout out to 1500 or Nothin. And they added some ear candy. So what you hear at the outro, that's all 1500.
Totally.
So they brought that, and I was like, bro, this is dope. So it came perfect timing, summertime. So I looked at it as a summer anthem for LA.
Yeah, for sure it is. It's catchy. It's got the vibes to it. Everything.
Yes. Yeah, we just picked up. I think we had right now. It's going down history. We had 112,000 streams so far.
Wow.
That's the fastest one of my songs streamed.
On just that song?
Just that song.
Wow, and it's only been out 3 days.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
G-Funk been out 2 months.
Oh, got you.
Yeah,
okay.
G-Funk been out 2 months, so I'm just happy it's doing what it's doing. And hopefully I plan to put that on the radio or something.
Yeah, for sure. And so was that your first time working with 1500?
I've been to the academy, I've been around them, but as far as working, yes, that's my first time actually getting some work done.
Nice. That seems very long overdue. I feel like they touch everybody in LA, so
I definitely want to go to the academy.
As a student?
As a student. I feel like there's so much that I can learn, especially with me engineering myself, because I record myself now. So I want to learn like how to produce. I want to learn better writing tactics. And I just feel like that school got a lot to offer. So if you're an artist in LA, the academy is worth the money.
Facts. Yeah, I got a chance to go over there a couple weeks ago. Rance gave me a tour of like what they're building and shit.
He got some shit he working on.
Yeah, the whole shit they're building is insane with all the different people that gonna be in there.
I'm excited for that because I really want to make an app. I remember you was telling me like you gonna have people there that's gonna help make an app. I want to get into all that, you know.
Yeah, actually, funny you say that. I just met someone who is an app developer, and I'm working with them to potentially do like a virtual reality thing for the magazine.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, and then have him help us develop an underground app eventually too.
You do an underground like video game.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Some type of concept because you already got the title.
Right, and you could be like a rapper, and like you gotta go like do a show or
you know they have those games like Mario where you jumping up and down, like those type of games. I think that's gonna be the future. I think people need to start tapping into that.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of those games that got super popular, you know, just whatever. And
Candy Crush, look at Candy Crush.
exactly. And then they make them into the real games at the arcade and shit.
Yeah.
Facts. So something I want to ask you about, all these shows that you've done, right? Like you've been featured as an opener, you were on Bino's tour officially, but you did your first headlining show, right? Azjah and Friends at the Echo.
Yes.
That, I am super mad I didn't get to make it for one, because I was like,
yeah, it was crazy.
Man, it looked crazy. And I don't want to spoil all the crazy parts about it. I'll let you tell me, like, what was the highlights? How was that for you as your first headlining?
Was everybody popping up, and you know, I invited who I invited, and they came, but then I had a lot of like guests that wanted to come. I got a small team, which is my family. It's about 6 of us. You get what I'm saying? So this whole time I'm like, dang, how we gonna do this? We gotta work on this, work on that. But you never know how it is until you get in that moment. When you get in that moment of getting ready for the show, like an hour before you go on stage and making sure everybody there, it's hectic. But when it all played out, all that just goes, like this is what it's all worth, you know what I'm saying? All this stress is for this moment right here. So the highlight was just everybody, the city coming out messing with me. It just made me feel loved and appreciated. Like I said, I opened up for everybody, and all I wanted was that same love in return, which I got it. One Take J came out. We had so many people come through and just bless the stage with me. So that was the highlight for me, is just having my peers there.
Right. And like that's just, it may just sound normal, right? But like that's such not a normal thing. Like people don't get that kind of love, right? Like it takes a lot for these kind of guys to come out. Just one.
Yeah, just for them to leave the house. Like it takes a lot for them just to leave the house. So the fact that they do it willingly on their will and what they want to do, that means a lot to me. So.
Right. Fresh off the release of Missed Calls 1, Missed Calls 2 is pretty much in the works right now, right? Like what do you have planned for that? What do you envision? What do you want to see from it?
I got a feature on there that I don't think nobody would ever put us together, think that we would do this song, but that's one thing I'm excited for. And Volume 2, I'm just so excited for y'all to hear the missing puzzle to the part 1. You get what I'm saying? Because there's really like a storyline in there. And also, I'm working on a short film for it. So I'm just moving real strategic with the drop and everything. I plan on bringing like a short film. Like I know you heard of the YG short film.
Yeah.
You know, I want to circle around something around Compton. Like I want you to feel like, oh, this is what it's like being in Compton, or this is what it's like growing up in Compton. I want everybody to feel that when they hear the tape and when they see the visuals.
Right.
You know, I want to surround it around the community. Like I want you to see how it is for me to wake up, go to the city, go get me a piece of chicken from Louisiana, sit on the block with all my people, and I want you to feel that. So that's more what I'm excited for Volume 2. I'm just excited to get in my director bag.
Yeah, that's dope. Well, I'm super excited for the next project. One question I wanted to know is like, sonically, is it going to feel different? Is it going to feel similar? Is there anything we can look forward to sonically on it?
For Volume 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, Volume 1 I kind of wanted to dedicate, like for this past year, I just been working on my records to make sure people, because a lot of people tell me like, oh, you don't sound like you're from LA, right? So I just wanted to dedicate my sound a little bit to the West Coast. That's what G-Funk came about, Bougie came about, all these songs come about, because I want people to, oh yeah, she is from LA. But this part 2 is gonna be back into that. But you're not gonna be able to tell where I'm from.
Cool.
Cause when I go to Atlanta and I go to New York, they always like, oh, I didn't know you was from, like, you just never know. And I want it to be like that.
Right, yeah, it's much better in the grand scheme. You don't want to box yourself in, but
I
you want
don't
to
want
represent.
to X out the West Coast, so
Right.
that's why I dedicated this year solely to just like put it on for West Coast one time. But this mixtape, this part 2, I just want it to be like a universal sound.
Yeah,
You get it?
that's dope. Well, I'm excited to hear it. I'm excited to see the hidden feature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I'm excited. Is there anything else that you want to let the people know before you get out of here?
Missed Calls Volume 1 out now. Missed Calls Volume 2 on the way. Make sure y'all go stream that. Shout out to Underground Magazine for having me today. We got some crazy things coming out. Yeah, I'm Azjah. Make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram, AZJAH_. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Tap in, man. This is Pofsky. Shout out to Azjah. Shout out to LB, the whole team, man. We going crazy. Issue 7, Underground Mag. Yay!
Had a kid, then a couple doors, they ain't let me in. Sippin' Hennessy like medicine, they got me hella bent. Fuck your opinion, let me see you do it better than. Yeah, I got 'em feeling, let me bleedin'. Bounce it like you mean it.